I saw some kids collecting money for the girl that's in, or trying to bail her out. She's in jail because I guess originally she got caught shoplifting, and then and then they said something about she had a wheelchair that she'd taken from the hospital because her leg was broken. So you know, what else are you supposed to do? I guess she had shoulder problems also from past things.
Well, we had 2 18 racks, a space bag, and 2 half-gallons. One was whiskey and one was vodka. A lot of us had blacked out, including me. And so I can't really say I remember much, but I'd woken up to the cops being here, and they had spotlights, and they were saying, like, you guys need to leave right now, and it was way uncool.
And like, these cops came over to the park and like weren't bugging anybody and started yelling at the cops. So the cops stayed for longer and put the heat on us more.
When we got here, they were already here. They didn't move from that one spot under the tree, like, at all.
In the middle of the park?
Oh, they've also been to 9th Street. They drank there for a while.
It pretty much, like, they didn't stand up. Like, it just seems like to me like they sat there and their plan was to sit there, sleep there, not move from that spot.
We're talking about an incident that I'll refer to as the shit slide, which is people defecating in the playground in 3rd Street Park on the stage around rhinos.
Apparently they didn't want to shit in the bathroom either.
Street Park. They wander back and forth during the day drinking.
They're at shows here and there.
Free shows.
The cops talked to them a couple times, and the cops were being really reasonable. Like, literally, the cops were just like, I'm not usually a big supporter of cops, but the cops were being really just like, hey you guys gonna clean up over here? And they were like, no, we don't want to, and stuff like that. And then, like, when the cops left, they were like, fuck the pigs.
People responsible to that have also broken into a community center that's in 3rd Street Park and directly behind rhinos.
Then last night we had a guy who is of the same group as the whiskey drinkers in the parking lot break into the karate studio directly across from Rhinos.
Hear about the kid that broke into the karate shop?
I didn't hear the whole story. I heard someone broke in somewhere and he got arrested. Cops had weapons drawn, something.
That what happened is that they were trying to break in to have a place to sleep because it was raining, and the place was across from the Rhine. Is that what you're asking about?
Yeah, they took some kid away in handcuffs.
Oh, I didn't think they'd actually arrested anybody.
But there's like 500 or 600 kids here having fun, and it's being fucked up by like 15 or 20 kids. If that.
By like 4 or 5.
But I don't know.
I mean, like, everybody in this community has been really nice to everybody that's been here. And it sucks.
If you have beef with kids at the fest, why would you just make life shitty, literally, for a bunch of little kids who want to use the playground?
The thing is their behavior is like showing that they want confrontation, and like the thing is they need to be confronted, but at the same time I don't want there to be like a fist fight and then everything to get shut down all at once, you know?
They seem like really nice kids. I mean, we've been interacting with them all week. Very pleasant, very respectful. I guess initially we were a little apprehensive, but I think after interacting with them, you know, we're not really concerned about them as a group. They seem like nice folks.
Someone was also arrested last night for shoplifting at Kroger, who was of the same group as that guy and the whiskey drinkers. So, 2 down, 8 to go.
We didn't really know what kind of impact having hundreds of kids come to our town and stay for a few weeks had. We've never done it. It's a fairly small town, you know, so that's kind of rough. There's a lot of kids here with nowhere to stay.
You have to be responsible enough to solve problems do need to be solved. And so if a problem arises, it means that we make a fresh way to fix that without having a rule set in place already.
Yeah.
Or someone whose job it is to fix that already. Like, you have to all be willing to rise to that occasion and find a new and fluid way to fix that problem. And I think, you know, getting people to not shit on sidewalks, or if somebody does do something wrong, you have to find some way to make them stop.
Well, there's always a chance for, you know, to be a few bad actors in every group.
The cops said that this is the least trouble out of all the events going on.
Almost all of them were here for Johnny Hobo and the freight trains.
Yeah.
So all class hate myself with you. me not having a job. One group of people I want to thank who I don't think have been thanked enough are the police department because they have not been fucking with us, and that's awesome. Nobody got arrested. Fuck yeah. Well, I am a one-man red strike, and your couch is my picket line. Well, I'm eating acid for breakfast and puking all over the sidewalk this time. But mostly I'm just full of shit in a world that's already filled up with that. So if Aaron makes it to space, then I ain't coming back.
I really enjoyed the style of music they played, but I didn't like the message.
I liked some of the message. I liked the part of the message where it was like...
It was hit and miss.
Where it was like, you don't have to worry about money.
Yeah.
Or something about don't let money rule your life. But then when it gets to the point of I'm giving up on my life and I'm doing drugs,
it's pretty contradictory because, you know, like, basically drugs is one of the only ways that you're, like, completely connected to capitalism. You know, like, you can't really, like, dumpster PCP.
The ultimate result of, you know, of the animosity and the vandalism and fucking shit up doesn't, you know, like, it doesn't affect bougie middle-class punks. It affects low-income folks in Bloomington. It's pretty shitty. Literally.
No! Stop! I don't know. Hey, doggy. It followed me from down the street.
Wow. Big old pie. That's all it's all about you, man.
It jizzed on my leg.
Seriously? Really?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, that's the worst.
I can't help feeling there's just one more step.
Hump him. Hump him. Oh, you want a picture too? Yeah, this is fucking happening. Hump him. Here you go.
Somebody likes you, man.
I'm never pissing myself again.